What's up, guys? We're looking at Windows 8. Windows going to be driving. I'm going to be providing the color commentary.
Yeah, it's really not driving so much as stumbling forward.
Let's show everybody around.
Okay, so this is the start menu. This is what you get when you first boot up the machine. It's got, you know, your icon and your username up here in the top right corner.
That would be your snazzy little picture there if you would have chosen to put one there.
This desktop button takes you back to the desktop. We've already started customizing the tiles. We've left some of the BS tiles that it comes with, like store and games and music and.
Oh, click on music. That's got to go. Show them what. This is what you get when you first get Windows 8. Look at this garbage. Yeah. Seriously?
You scroll the mouse wheel and it does that.
Yeah, up and down makes it go side to side. Because this is made for touch. So go ahead and Alt F4 out of that junk.
Yeah, this is really neat because it's like, how do I not be here anymore? And it's like...
There's no X button. Oh, God. Look what's this.
What is that? Nope. Well,
it goes to your desktop.
Yeah, this takes you to the Windows desktop, which is not quite what I wanted.
But you need to go down to the bottom left corner and click on that area to take you back to the start menu. But this stays running in the background. Go ahead and right-click on music. And now we can uninstall this. Thank God.
Now, this is the first gripe that I have with this. It's like, okay, in the name of design, they moved the right-click menu, which normally shows up, like wherever your mouse cursor is. So normally I would just move the mouse a few pixels. Now I have to move it to the bottom of the screen. So like if I'm up here, it's like, oh, I want to change this. And so it's like, I'm all the way up here, and now I got to go all the way down here. Now I got to go all the way back up here. Now I got to go all the way back down here.
Yeah, and that can be a pain in the ass if mouse acceleration is turned on, which I believe it is, default.
That doesn't seem like a good design.
Well, you know, it's great if, well, now you've got two things selected at the same time. So, yeah, go ahead and uninstall that crap. Right-click, we got to get that out of there. That's got to go, yes. Good Lord. So there's a lot of bloatware, but it's all Microsoft bloatware. And it's stuff that insults my intelligence. I'm not sure about you guys.
The other thing that was immediately obvious about the start menu is, okay, this is not all your programs. And, you know, theoretically you could have more, and, you know, they could be, you know, maybe we can stack them up here. So
yeah, you can put them wherever you want.
To kind of show you.
But now you got to scroll.
Yeah, so now you can scroll side to side, which I guess is nice. And it does this little parallax thing, which I guess is neat. But you have to right-click, right mouse button, and then you get all apps. And so
you're doing one click.
It makes no sense, because if you're in the desktop version, it's like, start. Oh, the thing I want's not here. Okay.
Need my app menu, right? So now you
apps. And then now I can go and find it. And it's just a big list. Things are grouped. Like the old folder paradigm. I mean, I guess these are folders.
Right. Yeah, before, the Adobe Master Collection would have been one folder that would have expanded when you hovered over it in like Camtasia Studio. We don't need 19 icons for all these different things. We need one folder that contains all of those things.
Yeah, it's like this is the list of everything on your computer, period. And so...
And it'll just keep going on and on, just like any other app, you know, like the Apple, you know, like iOS and Android. You can just scroll forever with the apps.
This is a totally clean installation of Windows 7 with just Master Collection
and Camtasia.
But, you know, on my work machine, I've got a lot of different and esoteric programs installed, and it's going to be, even at 2560 by 1440, it's going to be several screens of icons, and I just can't imagine that it's not going to be... I don't even know.
Well, we also installed SpeedFan, Chrome, and Notepad, but we installed like 5 programs, okay? While we're here, let's show them how, you know, if you want to search for a program or search for something.
Oh, you can just start typing it.
You just start typing it. You know, you can find whatever. But a lot of things are not here.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're like me on the start menu, I used to just, you know, hit Control Escape. Well, let me go back to the desktop. I used to just hit, you know, Control Escape, and I would start typing Device Manager. Guess what doesn't work anymore? Or uninstall.
Yeah, if you wanted to bring up the uninstall options.
Doesn't work.
So what you have to do is you have to go to Control Panel first. Then open up Control Panel, and from here you can search again for uninstall. And there it is, finally. Finally. So we had to jump through several hoops to get to something that we need.
Yeah, check this out. Okay, so this is an interface made for people that don't know what they're doing, I guess, or it's supposed to be intuitive and friendly. And so it's like, okay, well, I need to do something with the printers. Honestly, how did this get past testing? How did this get past testing?
So if you want to get printer, you got to go back to the control panel, search for it again. Now here we go. We're jumping through hoops. Oh, wow.
There it is.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
view devices and printers.
So here's where we kind of get the disjointed schizophrenia, because we have two separate operating systems. Like the Metro interface feels like a separate operating system. And let's open up two different things. Open up Chrome here. If it's not set as default, it won't allow you to open it inside the Metro interface. Now that it's default, it will open inside the Metro interface. So here, we have it open inside Metro, and we're doing stuff on it. Now we'll go back and show them the desktop. Now look at this version of Chrome. It's totally separate. And that keyboard is really freaking hard to type on after you've been using a...
I'm used to a Model M, what can I say?
Yeah, it feels almost flimsy. We're using a razor here.
Now check this out. I can do Windows key and left. That works great.
Oh my god.
Now let's go back over to Metro. Because look at all this. Look at this real estate. It's crazy. Okay, window left.
Screw you. No. Window left, no. Screw you.
Okay, so I can grab... I've got my little hand icon up here at the top. I can do this. I can grab it.
Ooh, that's fancy.
And then we can go, like, over to one side. Oh, no, because there's another monitor over here on the right that you guys don't see. I went too far, and now...
You've got to find the exact 60-pixel pool where it's going to work. So find that 60-pixel pool. You got to go right to... Yeah, there you go, grab it.
We'll just do it on this
right
side.
Right there, blam. Okay.
There's not a monitor on the other side, so... Okay.
There.
And so it's like, okay, well, that's not exactly useful. Let's do this. Oh. No, that's not what I want either.
Screw
okay.
you.
Maybe I can, maybe we can side by side two programs with Metro.
Open up Tweet.
Yeah, it's Tweet. Yeah. So that would be...
Maybe
Okay, so maybe this makes sense, because I've got the big thing for the Chrome and this. But look, Control L, which, who's going to know that? But it doesn't work, and you can't, there's no navigation bar. This is probably a Chrome thing. But
all right, well, there will be a navigation bar after you get rid of the Tweet Pro. So get rid of Tweet Pro.
Okay,
swipe that away.
If I grab this and I'm like, I don't want this anymore, I'm gonna drag it out.
You have to actually physically grab the bar and swipe it off the screen.
I have to hit this little target right here. Well, I guess anywhere on this.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
And then
there. Oh, now your tabs are back. And now you Control L and Control T. Yeah, show them Internet Explorer, because that's the way it comes out of the box. Internet Explorer is the default for everything. So.
Oh, making it the default. Let's see if it complains. No, it didn't complain. Let's do the Windows key. Default. Okay, default programs. All right. Let's do that. Internet Explorer. Sure. I think so.
I have no idea. Let's
find
out.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So the icon changed.
Yeah, the icon is now all fancy. Ooh, look at that backflip it just did.
Chrome Metro.
I think you've been here before, have you not?
I have been here before. So there's no tabs here. Yeah. And if you want the tabs, you go up till you get the hand icon, then you right click, because that makes sense. I mean, right click, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that makes it nice and easy to navigate between multiple tabs, especially if you're someone like me who has 12 to 19 tabs open at any time.
2 clicks. We've doubled the amount of clicks that we have to use for. And what did we save? I mean, really, what did we save? 60 pixels? Honestly.
Yeah, and this is a desktop computer. This is not a tablet. I can understand something like that on a tablet where you need all the real estate you can get, or something like this on a phone where you need, where you're running like a 640 by whatever monitor or 640 by whatever screen. You're going to need extra real estate, but this makes no sense whatsoever to me.
So if we do the side-by-side thing, so I guess Internet Explorer responds to the shrinkage real well, but look at all this real estate I have. Now, let's go back over to... okay, Twitter. Okay, so now I've got all the stuff. Now, is it so unreasonable to have a 50-50 split here? I mean...
Why would you want to do that, ever?
Especially with the new Ultrabooks that are 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080 is not an unreasonable resolution to run two things side by side. This makes no sense.
So what you're telling me is you're not going to be able to get any work done in Metro?
No, I don't think this is going to work for doing work.
It's not going to work for work.
Just seems like there's a lot of extra clicking that's involved with things, and that's just so unfortunate.
I will say that a lot of it is clean and simple and pretty, and I do think that the style is it is decent. I mean, there's no gradients, and I like that.
Okay, so this is Task Manager, and this is what it starts out as, which is kind of
a little bit lower.
This is what it starts out as, Task Manager, and it's kind of horrifying. But
yeah, I was scared out of my mind. I was like, oh, there's all the stuff.
Yeah, this is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it's really organized. I like the color scheme. It's easy on the eyes, and it's just has a nice flow to it. The organization here is great. I can see everything. The font they used is great. The letter spacing is great. It's like they had some artists and they actually put them to use for a change.
Yeah, this is really nice. It's really clean.
And you know what? If you like this, the startup. Check out the startup. Now, startup, you usually had to use a program like CCleaner or something like that to get in and access, or you'd go into msconfig and control which programs start with Windows. Here you can enable and disable whatever programs, so you'll no longer need to jump through any hoops for that. So that's really easy.
Windows seems to have some kind of way of knowing which programs are making the computer take a long time to boot as well, like for reboot and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, check out the hoops you got to jump through for rebooting. Start, settings, power, restart.
So you had to click about 19 times to get to reboot. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So you can do Alt F4 from the desktop. That's actually pretty.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is much nicer.
Nice and clean. Okay, so you can Alt F4 from the desktop. Something else that's really nice. Let's open up Windows Explorer. All right, when you get into Explorer, the first thing that you'll notice is that things are nice and clean. I changed the color here. The color is very easy to change, but let's go ahead and look at our computer. Just nicely laid out. But check this out. You remember back in the day, they used to have the up button? That's back.
Wow.
That's handy. I mean, you can always do this, so you don't exactly need the up button, but I do like the up button. So that's really handy. And then suppose you need some more information on something. So I'm in here playing around with some configuration files of foobar. Well, blam! Look at all this stuff. I mean, stuff that you can do with keyboard shortcuts, by and large. It's almost like they've integrated. Well, you share. You can zip it, burn it to disk. All this is integrated into Explorer. It almost looks like Microsoft Office. And look at this. When you open up this, how much does that look like Microsoft Office? They've done a lot here with Windows Explorer, so I'm happy about that. All right, I want to show you some weird stuff that's going on with the weather app, because this is really designed for touch. So let's pop open the weather here. And as you can see, we're in Kathmandu. It's where I always hang out in the winter. Well, there's not enough stuff here in the hourly forecast. Is that an ad?
That's an ad.
There's an ad in a program that Microsoft made to go with Windows 8, which you have to purchase. Now, of course, the ad is just for Office 365 now, but... Oh yeah, of course it opens up and... Oh, get me out of here. Somebody help. There. Back to the weather. All right, let me show you a little annoyance here in the weather app. Now, if you're scrolling with the mouse, scrolling up and down makes you move side to side, but suppose your mouse hovers over this while you're scrolling up and down. Oh no, oh god, no, oh god. So let me just show you what happens. I'm going to scroll down, scroll. Oh god, I'm interrupted by this. Now this happens if you're on the internet and you are scrolling and all of a sudden your mouse hovers over some flash or something and it just goes crazy and starts scrolling the flash instead. Sometimes JavaScript elements as well can do this. But this is something they should have thought about, because now I have to move my mouse down here if I want to scroll smoothly.
If Microsoft did this themselves, they should know better. If this is actually like a third-party thing that they've just chosen to include with Windows, maybe it's forgivable. But I mean, good lord, how did this get past quality testing?
The photo app is pretty nice, actually. It shows your pictures library. Now, strangely enough, you cannot copy and paste pictures from the desktop because it's a totally separate environment. So if you copy a bunch of pictures and try to paste them in here, it doesn't work. But you can, yay, have all your pictures in here and scroll through them. It'll also allow you to, get out of here, sync up with your SkyDrive photos, Facebook photos, Flickr photos. You can even add some devices here. So there's a lot of options here. And it's pretty versatile. Like you can go and right-click on this, and that's why that one's selected, and you open it up large. When you right-click, it's just like right-clicking, or I guess clicking on something in Android. You can add it as an app background, lock screen. Let me go ahead and add it as the app background.
I really don't understand the right-click context menu popping up at the bottom. That's just way extra miles on your mouse.
It's now the background for my photos. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. This thing is really clunky to move around with, with the mouse. We tried this to get the start menu back. That was fail. I tried to edit the registry. That was fail as well. That was fail as well because I think Microsoft has actually removed the start menu. Before it was like toggled off, and I miss it so much. I miss it so much. There's not going to be a lot of productivity going on Windows 8 for me. We're going to be doing another video where we benchmark this against Windows 7. Right now, this is currently a no-buy for me, especially on a desktop. Maybe for a tablet, I can see this being interesting, but on a desktop, if you've got stuff to do, this is going to be terrible.
We've also installed this on a brand new top-of-the-line Ultrabook, and the touch pad on that is interesting, and we'll have that as well. There's another element of the schizophrenia here, and that's the Windows Start bar. They really put a lot of work into making it work better in a multiple monitor configuration.
Oh yeah, this is really awesome.
So on the taskbar thing here, for multiple displays, you can pick. Every display has a taskbar. If you want, that's what this does.
Right, and that's different than Windows 7. Windows 7, your main monitor had the taskbar, and all the programs came from the main monitor.
And there was a program called Ultramon, which is a third-party program. It was a little bit crashy because it was doing things that Windows 7 was never designed to do.
Right.
And Ultramon would give you a start menu on all of your monitors, and whatever apps are on that monitor would be on the start menu, and then Ultramon would hide those apps from your main start menu. So if you had Chrome open on a second monitor, it wouldn't be on your main monitor. Start the taskbar, it would be on the other monitor.
Right, it would go with the corresponding monitor.
That is basically built into Windows now, and that's what this is. And you can control it a little bit. You could say, oh, it's going to show on the main taskbar and the monitor it's on. So you can organize your windows a whole lot better. Windows still does a terrible job of remembering which windows you have open on what monitors, so like surviving a reboot or surviving remoting in with the remote desktop to your machine.
Yeah, that can be a huge mess. It'll scramble everything.
Yeah, it moves the windows around still, which is sad. But having the taskbar on all the monitors is really nice, and it's really nice that it's built into the OS now and that it doesn't require a third-party application.
Right, it's especially nice that the taskbar on each monitor has the corresponding applications that are running on that monitor on the taskbar.
Yeah, this is really nice if you've got 3, 4, 6 monitors.
Yeah. There's so many good ideas going on with the desktop. It's like a better version of Windows 7 without a start menu. So it's like, you know what, all of the productivity you're gonna have is gone because of this.
I really don't mind this as a start menu. Like I could put my frequently used programs in here, but this other thing where like I have to right click and then go to all apps, this is not.
This just was not well thought out for desktops.
No.
It's not made for desktops. Microsoft, if you want to keep me as a customer, you're going to need to add a start bar. It's a much better operating system experience when you're just talking about the Windows desktop. There's a lot of cool things going on there. Give us the start bar. I mean, I've been face palming all day with this thing because there's potential. It's like
They definitely put the most work into this start screen that we're looking at. From a user interface standpoint, I always wondered why the start menu wasn't full screen. I mean, if you're going to interrupt your sort of desktop and you've got all this stuff going on and you click the start button, I think it would be okay if everything took up the whole monitor as long as it was really fast. And so that's what they've done here with this start menu. So I don't mind this very much. Putting all your frequently used programs on here, I think it would make a little more sense if you could have tiles that were folders, and when you click on a tile that it would open up, and then you could get to your apps that way. The other side of this, like having Metro apps that work like this Wikipedia, scrolling sideways stuff, it looks really clean, it's neat, but in terms of getting work done, it doesn't do it for me.
Because Alt Tab does everything. Windows Tab does the just the stuff that's running in Metro.
Yeah, Alt Tab shows you everything in Windows and Metro. Win Tab shows you everything in Metro, and then everything in your desktop is relegated to this one desktop app. So if you're like me and you got a million things open and they're all mostly not Metro, they're all going to be in desktop.
To me, this looks almost like the Task Manager in Android.
Oh yeah, it does.
It looks a lot like the Task Manager in Android, but again, like you just said, everything in the desktop is one task.
I guess it's kind of neat. You could go on desktop and you could do this Win Tab thing, and we could pull out Tweetro and put it over here, and now I've got the desktop and Metro. I guess that's kind of neat.
Right.
But again, relegating the desktop to this, I mean, really? Seriously.
Well, that's about as close as they're ever going to be to working together. And the problem really is that Metro, or I guess it's not, like I said, it's not Metro anymore, but I keep calling it Metro.
The UI, formerly known as Metro.
Well, yeah, it's not Metro anymore, but it's like a separate program that runs inside Windows. And it's an overlay. It's not integrated well.
In a multi-monitor setup, this is like hitting this corner over here is a little bit tricky. So if the monitor were on this other side, I think that hitting the start area would be just as tricky. So
yeah,
for people that have your second monitor on the left, good luck.
So there you have it. Windows 8. It's almost not terrible.